Going back to my old camera today. Love my old camera. So, today my walk was way too short. And on my walk, I was standing at this traffic signal. And this gas station was playing this song outside of the gas station called The Reason. I don't know if you remember that song. I think it was at the very last episode of the end of Friends, that show Friends. And I was thinking to myself, they ended that show really well. Like the last minute of that show, when they all left the apartment together, it was really well done. And then as soon as I was thinking that, it's kind of like drifting off and looking at things. And this car pulls up and it was just like, yo, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? There's some guy that I always like run into. And I was just so calm, and I just turned and I had no idea what to I was just, I don't know, I don't even know how to talk right now. So, so I do what I always do. I ask the person about how they're doing. And then they answered the question. And then they asked me about me. They were like, what have you been up to? And I didn't know how to reply. I didn't know how to answer. I was like, yeah, I didn't know. I was like, how do I answer that? So the conversation went okay, I guess. Kind of baffled by the whole thing. Sometimes when I'm really present and calm, people interfere with it. And I'm like, whoa, okay. And then, when they leave me, I think about the conversation. It's like, alright, have that one go. Because I've gotten so I just really enjoy solitude so much. Just drifting and I really do love talking with people, spending time with people. But usually it's one-on-one, it's when I'm with somebody, so I could remain present and be with somebody. Usually it's not a car pulling up and being like, yo, what's up? And it kind of throws me off. Yesterday in the video I said something about how we don't give people a chance. What I was talking about in that case, or I said that we give up on people too easily. And what I was trying to get to there was the fact that we label people, or we don't get to know people, or we write people off because they don't look like us, or we give them a meaning, or we think that they're not like us, or they don't believe in what we believe in, so we don't even attempt to get to know them or understand them or connect with them. But if you're around abusive people or controlling people, or if you're in a codependent relationship or something that's unhealthy for you, that's a different matter completely. But I think in order to leave somebody that's abusive or controlling or whatever the case is, you might have to do some inner work on yourself, brush up on psychology, spirituality, so you understand why you're with that person in the first place. A lot of it usually stems from childhood, how you were treated in childhood. A lot of it stems from that, how people are. It's interesting when you detach from your childhood or even from yourself. You have this calmness. My nephew was trying to self-analyze himself the other day. And I kind of helped him. But I forgot to tell him that the key to all things is humility. To not be obsessed with the self. To let the self go. To care about people. To have compassion for people. To love people openly. The only way you can make it there, get to that stage, is through humility. You also don't run into as many problems when you dissolve the self, when you're no longer the person, when you're just present in existence. You don't need things. You don't need things. Of course you need shelter. You need food and water. But you don't care about needing stuff and getting stuff, and it takes you less things to make you happy and fulfilled. So you don't see people as pawns anymore. It's just not about you anymore and about what you could get and what you can attain. You need to solve the self. You're no longer there, so when you see people and when you're around people, you could actually be there with them and be loving towards them. Not label them, not judge them. Because they don't really affect your happiness anymore. And if somebody is very unfit for you, very unhealthy, emotionally unhealthy, and you can see that they're very damaging to you, you just know, you get this intuition when you're present that you shouldn't be around that person, and you don't go around that person. It's very simple. You can tell when people are suffering. If you're really cued in, if you're very present, you can feel it within people. You can even feel their calmness. I was telling my niece the other day that when I'm at line at the gas station getting a coffee in the morning, sometimes if the line is very long, I look at people's feet. I could see just by the movement of their feet how centered and calm they are. or if they're thinking, or if they're busy in the mind, or if they're busy, or if they don't like being in this moment, they want to move to the next moment, or if they're running late, or if they're uncomfortable. You can see it just in the movement of their feet, just by watching their feet. Subtle shuffles and up and downs. It's very interesting. You should try it. Just looking at people's feet. So calm. This life is so beautiful. I just want to spend it by myself. I do enjoy people, but God, do I love just sitting and looking at things. Walking and looking at trees. With humility, compassion, and love. A lot of these videos, they go off topic and they don't really speak about humility, compassion, and love sometimes, but that's the core message I think that this world needs, is humility first, compassion, and then love. But man, in order to get there, you need to study. Spirituality, psychology, sleep, nutrition, health, exercise, walking, being around nature, getting away from unhealthy people. That's a big one. I don't surround myself around any unhealthy people. I'd rather just be by myself. Why be with people that could stir up negative emotion within? You shouldn't allow yourself to be around such people. What's the point? Find happiness in solitude, fulfillment in solitude. Do something that you're passionate about. If you're new to psychology and you're trying to figure yourself out, if you're around abusive people, or if you're unhappy, Alfred Adler is a really good start. A-D-L-E-R. Alfred Adler is a good one. Carl Jung is very good. Soren Kierkegaard, Friedrich Nietzsche. That's a good start. Adler could help tremendously. And if you're looking for good spiritual leaders to follow, I like Eckhart Tolle. He's more modern. And the Dalai Lama, he pushes love a lot and warm-heartedness, which is needed, and not being so selfish and not focusing on the self and loving others. Birds are really nice today. Alright everybody, have fun today. Take care.